Everybody, welcome to the Gorilla Booking Podcast, where we are going to talk about this week how we are out the mud who debuted on Raw. So, anyway, that's what we're going to start off with tonight. We're going to start off with Raw Reacts. It's one of our things we do consistently here because obviously it's the most current thing we see and it's what's on our mind all the time, except for when DJ watches NXT. I'm obviously out the mud as the main roster, Joe. This is Server Era 405, and you know the master of all of NXT DJ here. So let's go into it. Server, how did you feel about Raw this week? Because you are very, very critical on how Raw is being produced and how the matches versus the segments are pretty much not in a proper flow, which makes the overall product feel really crappy.
Yeah. I think overall this episode, again, I don't know. There's highlights, which to me, Dragon Lee, holy shit. Him and Phoenix, bro, that's the highlight.
Absolutely good.
Overall, Raw I didn't care for, but that match was like, it saved the episode in a sense. But I don't know. I'm just not really feeling it. I definitely didn't like the ending, how it ended. I know a lot of people are excited about it, and it's good that you're putting together a brand new stable. It gives Shield vibes, if you even go that far, kind of tying into us doing greatest stable of all time. So I get why people are excited over it, but the crowd went mild. Royce Keys is nowhere near a guy that could lead it. I've heard rumors that maybe Jacob Fatu is going to be the leader of all of it at the end of the day, which could happen. Who knows? But to me, ending it like that with a lot of people who don't really watch NXT, they don't have any idea who these other two guys are. I don't know. For me, it just didn't hit. I see why people are excited over it. I do like that they're pushing new talent. I think it's great. But as an episode, it wasn't great. We'll see what happens with the three of them. But for me personally, it didn't really move the needle for me. But I could be wrong. Maybe it's going to be a great stable, but I just don't think Royce Keys is the dude to lead it.
Me and DJ were in agreement. We did like the change. We did like the addition to the story, and it makes a nice layer to the story because obviously Royce Keys was left for dead between Jacob Fatu and LA Knight, or not Jacob Fatu, Solo and LA Knight, which makes sense to why they attacked everybody at the end.
It makes sense.
Trying to make
you don't trust anybody. You don't trust them.
The story itself makes sense. I'm just looking at it in moving forward with these guys. Like none of them are over. The crowd didn't even react. Like wow. Like Royce isn't there yet to me. You know what I mean? Like the story itself is fine. But can he carry this story? Is he that guy that can cut a promo as the leader? Is he a guy that can move this story forward? I'm not buying into it. And the other two guys are fucking newer as shit. So now they're on the main roster for the first time. So there's pressure on them too.
OTM's been around for a minute.
And NXT, yeah. And NXT.
For NXT and with Brock Onema specifically on AAA, so it's like they get like their biggest. I understand what you're saying. You're not wrong on this one because yes, with Royce Keys specifically or Powerhouse Hobbs, they literally called them Hobbs during the attack.
Right.
I understand that. Yes, the crowd went mild because it was something that was unexpected. I mean, the crowd went mild when the Nexus showed up because they didn't know what the fuck was expected. They didn't know what was happening at all.
That shit was crazy though.
Because
they were choking the ring announcer.
Yeah, they went mild, but it was a shocking moment that nobody saw coming, and that's exactly what this was. Because again, like there were reports apparently of Royce Keys showing up. I didn't see it because me personally, I have not really cared much for the whole thing going on because I've been pissed off at 2K not working. But even with that, I barely saw reports for them and saw no reports for OTM showing up. So it was a genuine surprise on my end just to see those three together. And for Royce's perspective, it does make sense. But I understand it. Yeah, like he isn't fully over, but it doesn't mean he can't get over.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. I hold out hope for it. But just, I I understand why the crowd just went mild, but it's like to end the show. Like if that was in the middle of the show, then I'd be more like, okay, it shouldn't end the show because the end the
It
show
looks
is
it's
like a
building
bigger pop, you know?
up. It looks like
And
it's building up to a triple threat war games. That's probably what they're doing right now.
That'd be interesting.
With
I don't
all
know if it's a
three.
triple
I feel
threat
like that
war
would be a
games. That's
waste
kind
of
of
a war
hard.
games. Yeah, they got to have at
We
least
haven't,
one.
we
I
haven't
think
had
there's
this
going to
since
be battle
2015.
lines drawn, and I think that's where it leads to.
Could be Jacob
I think-
Fatu being the guy that's the leader, and that's the 4.
I generally think that during the whole build up, because like Jacob right now is just out of line with like the bloodline right now currently. I feel like if they're gonna do the triple threat, it would be Roman the Usos, Royce Keys OTM, and then LA Knight solo, and they put Jacob in there. Since Jacob right now, like I mean, for literally like last week and this week, I mean, he barely did much and like doesn't trust the Usos, and he didn't help out Roman at all. So it's like I feel like right now there's tension currently going on with those two. I feel like that's what's going to lead to like
I don't think
Jacob.
it would be a war games match, but I do see maybe another like triple threat, 3 triple threat match and stuff like that.
I mean, it's
Something
possible.
there.
I mean, it's possible.
Something there, but I don't think it's a war games match. And dear God, I hope they don't do a triple cell match because we've seen that before.
Yeah, God, like I just think personally they should do war games because even though I'm not tired of war games like other people are,
I love war games.
I love war games. I do. I do agree that like there is fatigue right now. I think them doing a triple threat because they haven't done a triple threat since 2017. I feel like it makes more sense like do it, especially since they debuted this new faction. So
I think War Games should be its own pay-per-view, kind of like Hell in the Cell, and not be a Survivor Series Big Four. Like I miss the old school brand warfare.
Yeah.
I
put a roof on
I
it.
love brand
Put a
warfare.
roof on that.
I hated it. I hated it. Hated it. I was glad it was gone in 2022, especially since like when they had Raw just completely clean sweep SmackDown. I'm like, get this shit out of here. I'm done. I don't want to see it anymore.
I want to see the old days where there was a roof and someone just getting slammed into like fucking Sid just fucking pressing a guy on top of the roof. Like I miss the old days where they're just all standing outside waiting to be called in. Like the Dangerous Alliance, you know, the fucking Sting's team. They're just fighting. Like I miss those days where it's not just fucking spot heavy. Let's jump off the top of the cage. Like for the women, like Io Sky jumping off in the trash can for 2 years in a row. Like it just, they've made it so safe when it was supposed to be like this. This is how you like settle the shit. Like it was Hell in a Cell, but with groups, and you're in there. You know,
Well, I mean,
the match beyond
the top layer of the cage was covered. They didn't have that for.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like even with it not being covered, they raised it. They made it bigger, and it's not the same type of fucking match that it was.
I can agree.
The old school War Game cell was low.
Yeah,
very low.
Yes, it was a very low. Well, if you remember back then, the steel cages weren't always very high either. Steel cages were pretty low too, because they weren't really big on people. Like,
well, they were off the ground. They weren't attached to the ring at the time either.
Well, think about it. When Snuka jumped off the top of the cage against Piper or whatever the fuck he was fighting, that was like the biggest deal. Like, holy shit! Like, that's the finish.
I miss the old school blue big steel.
I kind of do as well.
Yeah,
I
Hogan and Bundy.
Like, I mean, NXT brought it back, or not NXT. TNA brought it back for Lockdown. Yeah. It was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah,
while that was botch-filled USA, it was still a fun cage to look into.
You know what else is fun to look into? AEW. If you like an alternative, because there's a huge card coming up this weekend, Joe.
You got All In.
We do have All In. Actually, this is a whole big weekend because there's 3 pay-per-views on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
All on Sunday.
Yeah, yes, all on Sunday. Yeah, it's all on Sunday.
There's 3 pay-per-views on Sunday this week, including college football on Saturday and NFL preseason. Everything's coming out. Yeah. It's a great weekend. But we're going to focus mainly on the AEW All In card because AEW All In, obviously, if you're a fan of wrestling, we know this is AEW's WrestleMania. The big lights, the big changes, the storyline resets, all the great things happen at All In.
Wembley Stadium.
And
yeah.
and it's at Wembley. It's going to be a madhouse. We're going to see some of the loudest,
Just bangers too. Just you already
banger
know.
after banger after banger. Like if Drew McIntyre and Sheamus were just telling you this.
This is
Or
a very
burger
exciting
after burger after burger.
The burger.
I
All right,
will
so
agree,
we'll
this is
start.
very hard right now.
I'm going to start at the bottom of what this is written for, but because we know what the top will be. So I'm going to start at the bottom. And that is
It's
the
such a bottom.
AEW World Trios Open Challenge Championship. Hangman Adam Page and Brodito versus, we don't know who their opponents yet are. It's an open challenge.
I have a list for who it will be.
Okay, so let's hear your list on who you think is going to take the open challenge.
Okay, so I got a list right on my notes, so I gotta say it. So I think it is a six person, like a 6-way trios match. I generally think with all the teams besides Lethal Twist that were talked about, the only one being Swerve because they had the backstage segment, are going to be in this match. So it'll be Hangman Brodito, the Bang Bang Gang, the Dogs, the Demand, the Conglomeration, and then Swerve Strickland and the New Day debut. I generally think that that's what it is.
I don't hate that. I like the chaos. I don't hate that.
Yeah, the only one I concluded the Lethal Twist out of there because they're working with the man, and they just won the 6-man tag titles. They don't need the other trios titles.
So if that's the case, who do you have as winning it?
I generally think that's Swerve and New Day would probably win.
The New Day pop win.
Yeah,
you know what? If that's where they come out at, that's where I definitely.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not where they come out and debut, I have one other spot they do.
Yeah.
There's another one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I kind of want to see Hangman and Brodito kind of hold on to it like this Wild West Trios group. I kind of really like it right now, even though Brody is not a cowboy.
He is not.
He literally comes out like a Russian gangster. But but Hangman and Bandito. I mean, right now Bandito is a double champ because obviously he's still the ROH champion too.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time for them to lose the title. But again, that kind of hurts Hangman. It kind of like, transitional champion almost with this feel. It kind of gives a transitional champion.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the Demand held the trios belt for 5 days. If they can hold the belts for 5 days, then so can Hangman and Brodito being transitional champions.
But if this is a trio, and New Day comes out, who's
Swerve?
You think just Swerve will just be with him?
Maybe.
I mean,
I'm just saying New Day because I feel like it's the more obvious route. The only way New Day would possibly debut after is if it's a tag title match.
No, I mean, I get.
I would say what they did with GYV, making them feel big, but with how they are now, they aren't big at all.
Because I feel like you probably are right because that would be a good spot for them to come in there. I just know AEW is big on their stories or whatever. How would they, besides them being all black, why would he know them, and do they have any ties at all? Hey, I'm just gonna have the New Day team up with me, because obviously Swerve would come out and then he'd bring them out for the pop at the end.
I mean, so, you're not wrong.
How would that connect? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong and it could happen that way. I'm just saying for me as a fan, that'd be cool watching it in the moment, but how would they explain that later on that I've just happened to call up New Day. I knew they were free. And I mean, it could be something simple as that because they didn't know each other. And when Swerve was briefly in fucking NXT and shit, right? I don't remember them ever.
Yeah, they didn't interact.
And Swerve was on the main roster for a hot dog and a handshake. So
So the other thing would be the tag team match. So do they come out interfere? Because there's always been the thing with them and the Bucks. So do they cost the Bucks? Do they come back as heels, cost the Bucks the title, and then they just have a feud with them?
I don't think the Bucks cost the title. I think the Bucks get the titles.
And then they come out we're next type shit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
And I mean, we'll jump
They're
into
celebrating. Yeah.
So after that trios match, I have the Casino Gauntlet match with Andre El Idolo, MJF,
Who?
Tommaso Ciampa,
Who?
Andre El Idolo.
Andre, yeah. Are you just going by the name he called him? No, he called him Andrew. He called him Andrew.
Andrew Delio.
Andrade El Idolo.
Yeah, shout out to MJF for calling it Andrade Andrew.
That's Andrew.
MJF, Tommaso Ciampa, and then obviously the other entrants. But we do know between those three names, that's probably your top three winners. Who do you have winning between those three?
Andrew, for sure.
Andrew.
I am going with Andrade. I don't think that they should give MJF this. I don't think they should have him win 2 years in a row.
I don't think he's ever lost the Casino.
He's won every. He's had the ring won it his whole career.
No, the Casino Gauntlet thing. I mean, yeah, because he won last year to get the contract.
I mean, that's for the ring, right?
No, it's for a world title shot.
Which is the Dynamite Diamond ring.
You get the ring.
Not for him. He keeping that fucking ring.
No, but I'm saying, isn't this the match where you get the ring? When you win
no,
this
you
match?
I think it's like in December. I think is when you compete for.
I thought this match was you get the ring.
No, it just
and the
says,
ring gives you a title shot.
Right.
No, well, okay, so for that one, kinda, yeah. But again, like I said, they always do that shit in like December. For this one, I mean, they're basically doing what they did last year, where they had a Casino Gauntlet at All In as well. MJF won that one. It was what led to him winning the world title, World's End.
I feel like he's never lost these type of matches. These Casino Gauntlets and stuff. I don't remember him. If he's in it, he wins every time.
I mean, that could be the case.
He's due to lose, though. In that
I don't think he should. I do think that it makes a lot of sense to give it to Andrade or even anyone else that's in the match, like Tommaso Ciampa. Like that would be a good win for him.
And this is the match.
Probably gonna.
Where
there's probably another pop for another superstar.
I generally think Ilya Dragunov is showing up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the match where Dragunov shows up, right?
And if that's the case, that's Dragunov is the one to win it.
He has to win it. Like if he's in it, he has to win it.
If he's in it, I'd change my mind. I would definitely pick him to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think
because where else would he show up?
I don't know.
This is the perfect opportunity for him to show up. He's not a big enough guy to fucking be in any other
spot. There's one other spot technically, but it wouldn't make sense.
So then he doesn't have enough. It doesn't make sense.
I'll explain it when we get to it.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay, so the next matchup is the Continental Championship Challenge Finals. The finals will be determined from the semifinal match, which is Jon Moxley versus Claudio Castagnoli and Nigel McGuinness versus Kyle O'Reilly. Let's bring this down to the fact that I want this to be Moxley versus McGuinness. I don't know why. I just want it. I love Nigel McGuinness wrestling again. It's much like Nick Aldis was wrestling. It's just fun and old school and
he's not bad. Last time he did it against Danielson, he didn't look too bad. He was a little slower, obviously, but he did his thing. So, but that was how long ago?
Years, 2, 3?
Yeah, it was at least a couple years. So, and he was a little slower then. So, I mean,
I want to agree so badly. I'd want to, but I've had enough of Moxley's run with the belt. I would much rather just have Kyle win, just have him win the fucking title.
Moxley O'Reilly is another good matchup too. Like obviously we know Moxley's going to go to the finals. Like that's the gimme. Like there's no way that Moxley loses to Claudio. We know this. Nigel versus Kyle could go either way, and that's why I think that's why we like the matchup, because that could definitely go either way. Kyle O'Reilly, obviously the younger talent that is going to probably get the bigger pop out of both of them, which means he should be the surefire to win to go to the finals. But again, the old school person in me rather have Nigel.
I mean, I'm not saying Nigel.
I've met Nigel.
I generally think Nigel is going. I mean, I want Kyle to win. I generally do think Nigel is winning. He will get that shot in the finals. I just know if he's getting it, he's not beating Jon Moxley.
No.
It's like if you have Kyle getting there, there's like a chance he could win the title.
Oh, if Kyle gets in with Moxley, it's going to be a drag down knockout fight, and it'll be really good.
It'll be just like their Double or Nothing match when it's like, and that's the reason why I think overall as a match it would be better. Not saying like Nigel can't go because he still can.
Yeah,
it's just like it's just too predictable for me if you just have it beat Moxley and Nigel.
I mean, when he wrestled Danielson a couple years ago, he didn't look that bad, but he looked a little slower. Now here we are 2 years later,
but it was still good. It was like a good stiff. It was like a technical stiff.
We'll see if he can really go. And I don't know. I feel like Moxley's gonna win again. Like he's their guy. You know what I mean? So like if anyone takes it, it's gonna be Kyle. You know what I mean? KOR. But even with him, is he at that point to where he can just be the champ? Like, is he at that level right now? Like, as a singles?
I mean,
the Continental title is like the pure title. That's how I felt. Like it's like the pure title.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
I love the pure title.
I know. I like the pure title. I just don't like the rules. I don't like the rules personally. It's just not for me. I love technical wrestling. I do. But it's just like the concept of the pure rules for me just is I don't know. It just doesn't click for me.
Oh, I love the pure. I love the pure title when it was around.
No, I like the title. I think the title was cool. It's just the rules for me just kind of confuse me a little bit.
Okay, and we pretty much agree that John Moxley's gonna walk.
He likes the title how it looks because it's like if you say I
understand. I understand the lineage. I understand the lineage of the belt. I understand it. It's just like when it's like the rope breaks and like the timing and stuff. Like I get, yes, it's different, but it's just
that's the part you like. You like that it's different, but it's just.
I like that. Yes, I like that it's different. It's just not for me. That's just how it is. Yeah,
okay.
That's how
okay. So we all agree that John Moxley wins this unless Kyle O'Reilly's in the finals. And then Kyle O'Reilly has a chance to win it.
Then, there's a chance.
Yeah.
AEW World Tag Team match. Cajun Cope versus the Young Bucks.
Man.
This is I say Bucks. I say Bucks win, and that's when New Day comes out. It just makes sense. Like it's just like what you said, Joe. Like they win the titles, they're celebrating, super kick party, and then whatever new music that New Day has, lights go off or whatever, big pop, they come out, do their thing, whatever their gimmick is for AEW, and then they just kind of have a stare off, whether it's getting into the ring, they're standing in front of each other, having a moment that's set up for a good moment for the WrestleMania fucking show. So
the only thing I have a problem with it is that if the Bucks win, that's most likely Cajun Cope's final hurrah, and you have to give their flowers at that point, and to take that away kind of hurts.
I think the way they win is because either Edge or Christian turns on each other, and that's how they branch off out of the tag division, because they're not going to keep going as a tag team.
Well, I think Edge is done at the end of this year.
Well, okay. So that means he still has a few months to do something, and why wouldn't he want to end his career feuding with his best friend?
I mean, yeah. If that's what I'm saying, if Cage and Cope end like that, and they end their careers feuding with each other, perfect. I'm saying is if this is Cage and Cope's actual final match of a pay-per-view, and the Bucks win it, it kind of takes away from their like taking their boots off type shit.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be at other pay-per-views. There's more pay-per-views this year. That's not the only pay-per-view they're going to compete at.
But this is like the WrestleMania. So
but
it's true. It's like not entirely like, because I do feel like the Bucks could potentially win. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Cage and Cope, because I do feel like you do have a point where it's like if they do lose, it might be their last hurrah. But I don't know if they would like do it in Wembley. It's like I'm very divisive on this one.
Yeah,
and I also just don't really want to.
Cage and Cope can win it still too, and the Bucks just lose, and then it's the New Day versus Cage and Cope, which would be actually kind of fun.
I also heard
they lose.
There's also a report about the Bucks potentially like just they're gonna possibly stop wrestling as well. Like I heard that.
Yeah, because they're like 40 and all that stuff. But
that might be the factor of them losing. I don't know.
like I said earlier, I feel like if they lose, New Day I feel like New Day is going to be involved in that, and they could cost them the match. They could show up as heels, even though they get cheered. You know what I mean? But you never know. Maybe just showing up and Young Bucks see them, and then just they're distracted off of just seeing them, and then it costs them the match. I think that's if they lose, that's the way they lose. I just don't see them losing and Cage and Cope continuing being tag champs for a while. I feel like something's going to happen. Someone's going to turn. They're going to have that branch off because how long are they going to be a tag team? This is it. You know,
It's Cage and the New Day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So after that, TNA Championship, Falls Count Anywhere, Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin. Darby's getting his
TNA Championship, huh? I know I heard that.
Oh, TNT, sorry.
But I heard. I think
Forbidden Door.
I heard. I think Darby's winning.
I say
Darby.
Yeah.
Falls
It'll
Count
be a fun
Anywhere.
match, though. It'll be a fun match.
Yeah.
So that was where I had what's his face coming out and costing someone a title.
Mike Bailey.
No,
LeBron James.
LeBron James. No, Dragunov.
Okay, yeah, that'd be a good spot for him. Okay.
Yeah. All right, International Championship match. Kyle Fletcher, Okada versus Takeshita. That's going to be the banger.
That's
match. That's going to be a banger fucking match.
I'm so hyped.
Yeah, that's chef's kiss. That's a chef's kiss match right there.
Oh man,
I got Kyle Fletcher.
I want Kyle to.
I got Kyle Fletcher retaining it too, only because I do love Takeshita and Okada just feuding with each other and fucking each other's day up.
And what a dub that would be.
I got Kyle retaining too. I want him to retain.
What a dub that would be for him in his career, beating Okada and Takeshita.
Beating Okada and Takeshita, especially in Wembley.
That's
right. At that point, Edge's name is one of the best talents in AEW. At that point, being able to beat the legendary Okada in Wembley.
That'd be dope.
Women's World Championship match: Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes gets it back.
God. Oh,
hate it, but it's going to be a fact.
I think that's going to happen.
So
I think she loses because of Athena, and she goes and gets the ROH title.
It's like she's not gonna. They're not gonna have Mercedes lose 2 years in a row. I want Willow to retain so badly because I don't want them to pretty much treat her dirty like they did 2 years ago, where they had her win a title just to instantly lose to Mercedes. But I know they're gonna do that. So
the only reason she lost to Mercedes was because she was injured.
Yeah, no. I know. Yes, Julia Hart was hurt at the title offer, and they gave it to Willow. And just Mercedes' first match in AEW, they had her beat Willow. And I get, yes, obviously that was to get redemption from when they faced off in 2023. But and I understand this whole story. This whole story, it's very good. It's just I generally think for Mercedes' part, I think they fumbled the bag because to me, Mercedes should not be who she is right now. She should be sympathetic, begging and pleading for all the shit that she did with all the belts. But instead of doing that, they brought her back as nothing happened to her, despite her having that massive downfall.
Yeah,
and it really upset me because I want to support Mercedes, but I can't because they threw all that away for a simple story that could have been told. And that's the reason why I was so upset because I wanted Willow, no respect, but I wanted Tekla in here, and that's why Tekla got done dirty so badly. You did Tekla and Mercedes, would have been awesome. It would have been great. But they did Willow and Mercedes, and while it makes sense storyline-wise, I generally think that they dropped the ball with Mercedes, and it just pisses me off. They're going to throw away all of Willow's great momentum of being this popular babyface for a Mercedes title win that a lot of people aren't really asking for right now.
Yeah. What else we got left, Joe?
Obviously, it's the match that we all agree upon.
You're completely forgetting about the women's tag title, but I don't think you even care much for that
one. Not even on here.
It is. I have it on Wikipedia. I got it here.
Oh, I have it as of currently. I don't have the women's tag title match on here.
But we're gonna say Brawling Birds win the titles. Yada yada. Main event.
Yeah.
Brawling Birds. Main event.
We know for a fact that Will Ospreay and his wife are going to leave Wembley with titles in that night. So we do know. Sorry, Kenny, they're losing. So listen, we get it. It's probably the most predictable match of the night. But the problem is, and that we're all going to love it, is that story that's going to be told in the ring is going to be probably match of the year. So
It's just too good.
Get your popcorn, get your fucking drink. Make sure you piss before that one, because that bitch is gonna be 45 fucking minutes long.
They've been telling
And it's gonna be
exactly.
nonstop.
It's just gonna be fucking. They're gonna need a
They've been
2-night
telling
all
us-
in
Yeah.
to fucking have
They've
just
been-
for that match
yeah, exactly.
for the second night.
Yeah,
And
they've been
continue
telling such a very good story. Like, I feel like the stories right now, currently in the world of wrestling, that have me intrigued the most is Oba Braun, because I feel like they're cooking right now, and then this with
Yeah.
Will and Kenny. Like, they're doing such good work, and there were many people that were down like, how would this deliver, because of them having MJF lose. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's Kenny and Will. They have long history. They definitely can deliver. And ever since the whole semi heel turn, I kept saying it was a heel turn, but I don't think it really is. It's just Kenny. Both of them are like tweener characters.
being
Like,
aggressive.
Yeah, they're being more
aggressive.
aggressive toward each other. And all it's done is just create a very good story that has you hyped for this match.
They'll hug at the end. That's how make
Yeah.
sure that people know that he's not a heel.
Yeah.
They're just gonna
Like,
hug at the end.
like, it's predictable, but you know the moment that bell rings, you're getting instant magic.
So on the flip side,
Oh,
like
and-
we all
And
We-
Will Ospreay's entrance is gonna be deafening.
yeah, we all agree that Will's winning. But
Yes.
what if Kenny wins? Does the internet have a right to explode?
That will actually be shocking if Kenny wins.
What, like, will people go at AEW and say that's the worst ending for All In?
No.
Yes.
I
I do believe the internet will the IWC will
I don't
absolutely
think they
lose its
would.
fucking mind if
I'm gonna
Will
be
doesn't
honest,
win.
I don't think they would, because there were people that were upset with when Will won because they feel like him winning was so predictable. I think if Kenny won, I think it would be divisive. I think people would be mad about it, but I think there would be people that actually be blessed about it because it was a big shocker. Like, they built up Will Ospreay a whole year of like him getting his redemption after his neck surgery, and he still loses. It's like, it's the
You know what that sounds like?
That's Cody.
Cody Rhodes.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what it sounds
Cody
like.
Rhodes story.
They
Yeah.
could do the same shit. Everyone thought
Exactly.
Cody was gonna beat Roman
Yeah.
the first time, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, you never know. But I mean, I agree. Will, it's set up for him to win. It would be you're in Wembley, all those people. But you know what? They did it at WrestleMania for WWE, so never know. AEW, hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
tends to steal some storylines like KG does.
Hey, yeah, deep cut.
Yeah,
2 minutes left, Joe.
Oh, God.
Listen, I think we're all in agreement that AEW has a very, very stat card.
Yeah.
And I think we're all in agreement that Zilla Fatu is probably going to win the NXT
I
Heatwave
know
championship at Heatwave.
If I'm making my quick predictions, very quick, I'm just gonna just rush through it.
Yeah.
Jada beats Natty. I think Miles and Tavion retain their titles. Jackson Drake beats Miles for that North American title, definitely. I think Zarya probably retains. Me a little bit towards Callie, but I think Ren's definitely losing her title. Kendall Gray retains. I know people will be mad about it with Callie Armstrong, but not Callie Armstrong, Kalani Jordan, but I think Kendall retains, and I think Zilla definitely wins the title. I think with just the momentum he has, especially with the fact that they featured him on Raw last night, which is very rare for any NXT star to get that, especially debuting this quickly. He's definitely winning. Even if he stood tall tonight, I still think he's winning.
I'm saying and still.
You think Tony's retaining?
I think he's retaining.
I wouldn't hate
He
that.
retains. That means Zilla's going up, and they only did this to give him to see what kind of pop he would
as
get.
long as he doesn't take a pin. I mean, if he wins, it's fine. But I'm just saying, I think it's
Grayson Waller's taking the pin no matter what. I think that's who we agree upon.
Santana is sure.
Sure. Anyway, Cyber Leaks, could you fix WWE 2K for DJ? Thank you, because you've been watching all the GTA 6 you've been stealing.
For the love of God.
This gorilla booking.
2K, you're making me this close to begging my fist and punching my camera right now. This close, bro. I am been raging for 6 days. But anyways,
don't break your PS5. Remember, get a disc. Don't buy digital content. Thank you. Have a good night.